Ndawe. All right, Ndawe, and I'm here to Hanisa someone in case I'm needed. Let me just get myself together properly. I'm coming. Okay, Ndawe, I'm here using the Mandawe spirits to give advice, and well, I'm here to Hamisa someone, and oh, Poppy just a lot to go, and Ndawe. Yes, just in case someone needs me to shine a light. Remember, I'm a light worker, right? So I khanyisa someone when I'm khanying, and I'm khanying too much. I need to share that light with someone. So hopefully you khanyisa me more, right? And becoming Ndawe and Thelma Ndawe. Yes, I'm here at your service using the Mandawe spirits, surrounding myself with them. And yes, Mandawe. So in case you have any questions related to Mandawe spirits or any questions, that spiritual questions, I'm here to talk about the Mandawe spirits. Okay, not necessarily talk about Mandawe spirits, but I'm here to use the Mandawe spirits gift to talk to you about spiritual matters. That is just that. First, let me talk to you about my Mandawe spirits and what their gifts to me are. So, just as a reminder, the Mandawe spirits gifts, they're about human beings as we are. I'm learning about human beings, how we are like, right? How we function, right? And animals, how animals function, how we interact with them, stuff like that. And about nature as it is, the environment that we live in, how we are like with the environment we live in. How are we like? Are we looking after the environment that we live in? Are we looking after the animals that we live with? Things like that. These are my gifts with the Mandawe spirits. So I'm using their gifts, right? In case someone needs help here. Okay, how do I get into my live session there? So I read in there. All right. Yes, and another thing with Mandawe spirits, everyone who has Mandawe spirits, they give you these colors. The colors will be relevant to your gifts. It will show what kind of gifts you have and what kind of things you'll be working with. So, different colors for different people, for different gifts. So, I'm trying to charge my phone and this charger is not, yeah, that's better. So who's there? So how do I get into my live session now? All right. Ndawe Ntombi and Ndawe Nan. So yes, that's what we're doing here. So if you have any questions, thing related to Mandawi spirits, you can ask. If you have Mandawi spirits and you want to talk to me about them today, this is about it, isn't it? We're gonna talk about them, and we're not gonna gossip, right? But we're gonna talk about them with respect, because they're gonna be around me today. Because I ask for their help in case someone with Mandawi spirits needs their help there. So yes, with Mandawi spirits, a lot of us, we have Mandawi spirits. They get to reveal themselves a little bit to us. And okay, Mandawi spirits, they are water spirits, but not only are they water spirits, they deal with different kind of things. So they will be water spirits, so that means you can have Mandawi spirits and deal with nature on its own, like the mountainous things, meaning that your gifts will be more activated much better when you go around the mountains, stuff like that. Sometimes with waterfalls, your gifts will be activated much better around those waterfalls, because that's where your spirits will feel more in alignment, right? When you're there in those places. Sometimes you'll have Mandawi spirits, you'll be around the seas. Your gift will be, you feel that your energies, they get much heightened when you're around those kind of places. Sometimes, depends, you're near rivers, your gifts will be heightened much better when you're around those kind of places. I'm talking about with Mandawi spirits. Because like I said, Mandawi spirits, you can find them in too many different water bodies. But depending on your gifts will show that you'll be seeing a lot of this. You'll be activated more, you're around these kind of places, not necessarily the water. Like outside in higher, what they call it, in higher up the mountains, when you're in caves, near the caves and stuff like that, your gifts will be much heightened, you'll be activated much better there, because your Mandawi spirits is better activated around those kind of places. So with Mandawi spirits, even though they are water spirits, you'll be activated in different places. Now, when it comes to colors, Mandawi spirits with their colors as well, it will show what you'll be focusing on with your gifts. Even though you might have gifts, you might be healing people in different kind of ways, like you have different kind of healing modalities, but your colors will be symbolic with what you'll be working towards. As you're healing people, but you'll be working towards doing what the Mandawi spirits think you should be focusing on. This is something separate from the healing bit. This is what you will be working, helping the Mandawi spirits try to achieve, right? You'll be helping them build up whatever it is that your color symbolize with that bit of you, right? Every color is symbolic to the kind of things you'll be working towards, right? Like we've got yellows, we've got green, we've got browns, we've got maroons. Obviously, this sometimes comes as brown, right? You've got blues, you've got black. These are the Mandawi spirits in Njeti colors, right? Njeti is just a flower. This flower, you find it in the water and outside the water. That is the Mandawi spirit Njeti. I'm talking about the flower there. So, but with your colors, it's symbolic, because remember that we're talking about cosmological things, right? So colors will be directed towards what you'll be working towards, meaning that you'll be learning about that kind of thing that your colors will be symbolic to. It really depends on the colors. And let's see who I haven't greeted there. Esrom, Ndawe Tandi, and Ndawe DK. Yes. So I am here. You can ask me questions. If it's related to Mandawi spirits, you got your girl. If it's related to something else, yes, you got your girl. But remember that I'll be using the Mandawi spirits, so obviously I have to behave myself a little bit. So anyway, that is just that. So I am here, hoping that there's someone out there with Mandawi spirits and we need help, and I can be of help, because with my Mandawi spirits, I cannot be going forward without going forward, at least carrying someone along with me. So that is my gifts. Fortunately, I have to carry someone. I have to hug someone on this side and hug someone on this side to be able to be going straight forward with Mandawi spirits. as I do what the man of spirits want me to do, like carrying someone, people along with me, the more they give me, yes, the more you give them, the more they give you. The more you help, the more you get. They give you a lot of nice things. Like you see me saying, I'm going this, I'm going there, I'm going that. Because as you're doing something good for them, for these water spirits, they reward you with something nice. As you see me wearing this, my rewards. I'm looking for what? Okay, I should be serious. That way. All right. I was just saying that because we need to talk about the truth of the matter, right? Because these people, they reward us. You know, sometimes we complain about them, but we need to talk about the rewards as well. We get rewarded. Anyway, Poppy Gogo, what is the connection between the lotus flower and Dawu spirits? This is not a lotus flower. This is not a lotus flower. This is, they call it what they call it? They call it ebonizer, even though I can't find ebonizer like in Google Terms. It is not a lotus flower. It is called ebonizer. The man of the spirit call it ebonizer, this flower. You find it inside the water and outside the water. This flower. It is the flower, it is the female, the female version of it and the male version of it. It comes as two, the male and the female version of it. I don't know what they call it in the plant world, right? It's the male and the female version of it. It's got the leaves and the seeds being flown all over the place. That is what this is all about. It is not a lotus. They say it is not a lotus. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Patrick Togoza, what does the trident symbol mean? Does it have anything to do with the Mandawi? What's the trident? Trident. Let's see what this is. You guys are using some ways that some of us don't understand. You need to Google now. Trident meaning. So I don't say something that I don't understand. Okay. While we're waiting for Google to open. All right. Mm-hmm. A three-pronged space as an attribute to post Neptune and Britannia. Oh my gosh, what does it mean even? A three-pronged spare. Okay, what is Patrick saying here? Excuse me. Okay, what does it have anything to do with the Mandawi? I do not know what the trident symbol mean. Patrick, because I can't even find what that even mean. Okay, I'll have to when I have time on his own to just try to find out what that means, just the meaning of trident, meaning symbol kind of thing, because here when I'm going on Google it gives me something different, something else. Ndawe Hadi, I'll get back to you, Patrick. Becoming, what does the green Njeti green unless if you want to explain it more, Patrick, what does the green Njeti, green palo and the green beads mean? Go saw them in a dream. Okay, green is for land, and the land and it's what they call it, lands. And let me just bring the thing where they explain the Njeti, so I can talk using the Mandawi language, right? Just give me a sec. Ndauwe, green means land yawenyu, right? the land that is, how it is like when we see things are growing, we see them as in green. That is the green. When you see green Njeti, that means your path is going to be about that bit of your dreams. When they come to you, it will be like they'll be showing you and teaching you about the what they call it, things on their lively and stuff like that. How do I explain it properly? Anyway, I think I need to be guided with this one. Hey. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ndauwe, okay, I'll read about green. When you see green in Njeti, right? What it means and what your dreams will be about, right? I'll try to put it in point format, the way they're explaining it. Okay. So when you see green in your if you get green in Njeti, it means that you'll be learning all about the early developmental thing, early developmental state of all things, all matters, right? Meaning that you'll be learning about early developmental state of life, people's life, evolution of people, life, everything on its early developmental state, right? That is, your dreams will be, they'll be teaching you about things like that when things are in the early developmental state. As in human beings, sometimes they'll be showing you about early developmental state, as in animals, early developmental state, as in, sometimes you see when the plants start, right? That is the early developmental where things are green, right? When they are in this pastoral state, right? That's what they will be teaching you with your gifts. That is when you see green in Njeti. As well, they'll be teaching you about, they make sure that let me just start from the beginning. The land that is of pasture, that is when it's green. All your Njeti is green, right? It's about the land that is pasturing, like a green as in Greenland. This is symbolic. When the land is green, when everything is green, when the plant is green, it means it's healthy. It means we're talking about good things, right? Things are in a good state. As in, if you look at the plants, when they're green, they are in a good state, right? When you see green plants, that is the early stages of good things, right? The gifts will be about things coming to terms with their early evolution of healthy life, that is growth state, that is the mandal spirits. I'll explain it properly when I've absorbed it properly and explain it in my own terms. When it comes to green, we'll be showing individual all is to know about wealth, about health, about pastures, about early state of development, as in nature, life, and the universe. So when you see green in Njeti, your dreams should be, especially when they're testing you and stuff like that, they'll be testing you around things that are in their early developmental state. Meaning that if they're testing you about human beings, they'll be testing you about human beings and how they're like. When I'm talking about early development state, when people are in that evolutionary state, let's say from childhood, right? People are still like I guess I'll put it that I'll leave it that because they haven't explained it in more detail. I'll need them to explain it more in that detail. But when you see things that are green, just think about plants when they're green. That means everything, it looks good, it looks healthy, it looks like it's on its good state. So they'll be teaching you about things like that. If things are not good in the dreams, they when they're testing you, I'm now looking at my own, how they will test me. When they're testing you, they'll be testing you like when you see things like that, maybe things are not green and they are in a different kind of, the way they look, they don't look like they're healthy. What do you do about it? Because your gift is about making sure that you put forward. Is that the right way to say? How do I say it in proper way? How do you say it in English? You're supposed to be promoting that kind of life, that things are supposed to be like that. Even when let's say you're talking to people about plants, you're talking to people about nature, you're talking to people about the environment in the way they live. You're supposed to be your gift will be about promoting that bit of life and the bit of the plants. Let's say you want to make sure that people are looking after things the way they're supposed to be, as in green, right? People are supposed to be looking at I'll leave it at that because this is just new to me. So you'll be promoting that, making sure that everything is healthy around you, everything looks as healthy as it's supposed to be, as wealthy as it's supposed to be. If they're teaching you about people, when people are doing the wrong things, are you promoting what your gift's supposed to be? As in, you are the green person. Remember, as a green person, everything should be as in pastoring state. Your promotion should be about that. Yes, I'll leave it at that. I have to absorb it properly and think about it and get them to show me as in green, because my gifts are not the green thing. So I'm not going to be able to talk about the green things properly. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So in your dreams, things should be looking as green as they're supposed to, because that is part of your gifts. It's supposed to be like that. Let me just give you an example with me. Mine is maroon, right? It's Njeti, it's maroon, meaning that it's about land. Meaning that land, I have to look at nature as it's supposed to be. Like with this one, promotion is about promoting, making sure that people, animals, and environment, People look after their animals as they're supposed to be. People look at the environment as they're supposed to look at the environment, meaning that with the green as well, you'll be looking at making sure that things are supposed to be in that greenery state as they're supposed to be, in the pasturing state. It's supposed to look like that, healthy. Your promotion is about health. You know, things are supposed to be as healthy as they're supposed to look. Plants, they look healthy. If it's green, they're supposed to look green. If they don't look green, they look like they're dying. You're supposed to be finding out why. Because your gift is about promotion of the health, promotion of wealth, promotion of pasture, things like that. Making sure. So every gift with Mandawi spirits, every color is about promoting this particular thing. So I hope you understood what I meant. So when it comes to green, as in Palu, Palu is about, they will be healing you, right? They will be healing you. So even healing you when it's green means that obviously you'll be dealing with the health of things, right? Because of the green. So it means that you'll be, your gift, once you're healed as a person, obviously once during the what they call it, the therapeutic bit of the Palu cloth, with your ancestors, everything that you do should be about that, the health of things. Making sure things are healthy as they're supposed to. Because with green, we're supposed to be healthy, we're supposed to be wealthy, we're supposed to be showing that bit of us, that we as green as we're supposed to, metaphorically using a plant. As plant is supposed to be green when it's supposed to be green. If it is dying, you see that it's turning into brown, that bit of it is dying, therefore meaning that it's opening for a new life. But you supposed to be in that state of green, because that is your color. That's why you're supposed to see yourself. Even when you know, that, I guess that's how I can just leave it there. Anyway, where was I? Okay, who was I answering? The symbol of Maserati, the car. Okay, I was talking to becoming. Becoming, I hope I got you somewhere. I think I get what you mean, Gogo. You, no wonder I see a lot of infants and young children in my vision. Okay, I'll have to go and explain this properly, because now I was just writing like using the spirit's language, and they're trying to use my vocabulary, isn't it? So somehow I can get things mixed up, but I'll explain it properly. I'll look at it properly and do the green Njeti on its own. Anyway, that is becoming. Where was I? Patrick, the symbol of the Maserati car. Okay, I don't know what Maserati, the symbol of Maserati. Some of us will be still driving the Hondas. Anyway, Antigo, what does it seeing the same person in multiple dreams mean? What is the same person doing, Antigo? Cecilia Ndawe, Cecilia, Tandiswa, Gogo, what does pink beads mean, and Amabai that have leaves all different colors? Pink beads mean. Remember when your ancestors are showing you beads, they'll show you beads and they'll play a scenario around it, meaning that it means that beads are for that reason. They never show just beads on their own like that. They always show beads. It's either they just they show you beads like that as a vision or picture format, and then after that they run the dream afterwards, or before that they run the dream to show you that that beads is for this purpose, and you wear these beads for this purpose, because different people have different color beads, and different beads, they mean different things to different people sometimes. So I can't say that it means that what yellow beads, I do not know, because my people haven't revealed something like that to me. Okay, where was I? What does Amabai that have leaves all different colors? What kind of Amabai? What kind of leaves at all different colors? What kind of leaves? Okay, DK Gogo, what does it mean when you dream of watching stars in the sky and a certain message is written for you? What is the message? What is the message? Because if the message is written for you, that means there it is, the message. They are giving you a message. Okay, Patrick, saw it in a dream. All right. Remember that sometimes these symbols, our ancestors, they show us symbols, and then after a long time, they reveal what those symbols mean, right? And a lot of the time, when they show us symbols in this dream, these symbols are very big and important. Sometimes they take a long time before they reveal what the symbol mean, right? Every person's sometimes this kind of things, this kind of dreams, they come. I think I did explain the dream meaning of mathematical equations. These symbols, they come like that. They come like that. They're big information, but they don't necessarily reveal them at the same time. They reveal like a small thing, then you have to wait a little bit, and they reveal more big information relating to that symbol. These symbols, they are like a what they call it. They are like what they call it. I'm thinking about that game that families play. The puzzle, the pieces of the puzzle. They give you this bit of a puzzle, then you have to go through other things. You have to show that you are worthy of receiving more information. Then they give you another bit of the puzzle once you show them that you are capable of holding on to that bit. Then they show you that bit. Then you have to go through other things, show your ancestor spirits and guides that you're listening, you're doing what they're supposed to be, what they're asking you to do, you're progressing your spiritual journey. Then they give you another big information. These ones, the symbols, different people, they give us different symbols for that particular reason. They are big in our spiritual path. It is like a big information, but they have to reveal it a small bit. And then once you open, then they reveal more big information. So no one can understand what your big information is going to be like. Because this is like a secretive codes, ancestral secretive codes. When they give you a secretive code, you will have to show them that you're worthy of receiving more. Sometimes these secretive codes, sometimes as healers as well, we get things like that. Then when you meet someone who's coming to you, they will reveal something that comes part of that symbol that you got. And then it gives that, you're holding that symbol, right? And then someone comes to you with another symbol. When you put them together, you get the information that your ancestors needed you to get. Because you on your own, sometimes you cannot, or you're not capable, according to your ancestors, of holding that big information on your own. So you need support from someone else to come with that information. So sometimes they come like that, the symbol. They come like secretive codes. So secretive codes, meaning that you will have one secretive symbolic thing. And then another person will have another thing that is part of that one you're holding. When you meet, you talk to them, they become part of you guys put something together and it becomes one big thing. So sometimes it's like that. Hey, excuse me. So a lot of those things, secretive stuff coming in and stuff. So no one can tell you that until your ancestors reveal what it means to them. Okay, where was I? Okay. Okay. DK. Gogo, what does it mean when you dream of watching? Okay, I've read that one. Togoza Ndauwe Nomandla, Ndauwe Kesi. What does it mean when you play with a lot of water while pouring it to green vegetables in a garden at the same time? And then what are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? Remember that a lot of our dreams, they don't necessarily mean that it means something else from what it is actually happening in that dream, right? A lot of water spirits dreams, when they are showing us doing things in the dream, sometimes in that dream you'll be doing something because they are watching to see how you are like performing certain tasks, meaning that they will be testing you. This is when I'm talking about testing dreams when it comes to water spirits. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just telling you about certain dreams like this. So you have to think about what you were doing, whether what you were doing, you will think, if you will think, so you are not in the dream, you are outside, it is physical. You were doing that. What you were performing, was it right? What with the people that you were with, what was whatever that you were doing, was it right? Were you performing well, as in you were doing something that makes you wanted, there were kind of decision making that you had to do there, or there was something about how you were communicating with the people that you were around while you were in that water, right? Depending on that. Because remember that they will have to test us in the dream state to see how we are like, as in performing, how we are like, as in making sure that our decision on that spot. Remember that water is just, could be just an environment that they put you in. It is like a setting. Your setting is in the water because they want to see how you do certain things in that water, right? Meaning that how are you thinking, critical thinking skills in that water, right? How you are like, things like that, as in solving problems, stuff like that. So sometimes we just need to think about ourselves, how we were doing things. Was what I was doing the right thing I was doing in there? Depending on the circumstances that I was putting in there, did I behave right? Did I think right? Did I do things, everything was right? Did I react right in that circumstance? Then you'll find your answer there. That I was tested, but the way I was performing was not right. Because now you'll take that out from the dream state and you put it in real life. In real life, this is my weakness. Or in real life, this is my strength. They were showing me my weakness or they were showing me my strength. So sometimes we'll put in those settings, meaning that in the water, if it is the water spirits, they will have to put you in the environment that they want you in, their environment, the water. So they want you to perform a task in there. They want to see how your skills are like while you're performing that task. Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the wrong thing? If you're doing the wrong thing, then it is a fail. If you're doing the right thing, then they are happy with you. You've done something well. You've passed your test. Then they come and reveal more information to you. Or if you are able to talk to them, they come and talk to you. That is how they work with us sometimes. Okay, but anyway, the question is, with what you were doing there, Esrom, what were you thinking? How did you react? Did you think everything went well with whatever you were doing there in the water? Things like that. So we understand whether you got the message at the time. You're playing with a lot of water while pouring into a green vegetable in a garden at the same time. Just think about it as in normal. You're playing with the water, you're pouring into the green garden, which is good. But if you're playing with the water, let's just I'm thinking about me. You're playing with the water and you're wasting the water while you're playing with it, but then you're doing something good, pouring it into the green garden, things like that. But anyway, this dream is just a small thing. I don't even get it. But explain yourself properly. What you were doing in that dream, did you think you were doing something right when you were playing with that water? With the action of putting water in the garden, did you think it was something normal? Did you think it was something good you were doing in that dream? Because you will know in that dream that you're doing something good, but then you will know your act with the playing with water, if it is still something good or it's not something good. So we get you. Now, Togozago, can Dao spirits fight and remove Isloane that is sent by enemy? Isloane, what kind of Isloane are we talking about here? What kind of Isloane are we talking about? Please explain yourself properly now. Fating Tobelat Bahulu, what do the red beads and red Njeti represent? Okay. The red beads, I wouldn't know if your red beads is coming from the mandal. The red Njeti, it is about, let's say about the red Njeti. Give out Tusa or Disha. Asimat, okay. Animal protection, animal sacrifice, and animal. Okay. So when you have red and Njeti is about animal protection. Meaning that even if you sacrifice animals, there will be certain things that you'll be doing. Even in a dream, there will be lots of blood, and whatever blood that comes out in there will be things that you're meant to do. There are things that you're not meant to do. It doesn't mean it's blood. It is about protections of animals. A lot of your dreams will involve things to do with protection, where there's less, what they call it, there's less blood, what they call it, okay, less bloodshed. Okay, that's the only way I can think of. But it is about animal protection. That is the dreading it. Animal protection. Your dreams, when you get in your dreams with Njeti, it will be about like how you're supposed to look after animals. When you do look after animals, there are things that you do with animals. There are things you wouldn't do with animals. Even in your dreams, you will see that in your dreams, they are teaching you about how you're supposed to be looking about things related to just animals, right? When people are sacrificing animals, there are things you're supposed to do, there are things you're not supposed to do when it comes to the red and jade, right? And as well, what they say about as well, animal sacrifice. When it comes to animal sacrifice, right? Animal sacrifice. You will see in your dreams when they're teaching you about those things, they'll be showing you that when people are hunting, right? When people are hunting, there are certain things you should do as someone who's supposed to be looking after that. That is your gift. Remember that I'm not talking about what your gifts are. I'm talking about what you're supposed to be looking after, right? Animal protection, that's your main focus. The sacrificing of animals and stuff like that. Making sure that hunting stuff, things like that. A lot of those kind of things. Anyway, that is just that. I think I'll go and do the Njeti on its own properly. But things like that. When it comes to bloodshed, that is another thing. So that is the reason jade. So it is about those people who are hunting, stuff like that. Things to do with anything to do with animals, as in the wild animals, as in the animals that we live in, domesticated animals, things like that. So you'll be looking after you'll see a lot of bloods in let me not say that. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. So a lot of it will be about animal protection. Let me just leave it as that. Animal protection. When people are doing things to harm animals, there will be things that they'll be teaching you that these are the things you're supposed to be learning about when it comes to animals, right? That is what you're supposed to be learning about. When you're learning about animals, things like this, we do this, we do not do that. Even when it comes to what do you call it? When it comes to animals that are in their last stage, right? They're living, right? I do not know what they call it in the English way. So they'll be teaching you about what they do in the animal world. That's what your gifts, they'll be teaching you. What they do when the animals goes and stuff like that. Things like that. You learn a lot about animals in your dreams. If you haven't, I don't know. But a lot of people with the red Njeti, that's what they're learning anyway. Apart from their gifts, remember the gifts are separate. This is another thing that they will be making sure that you help them with the Mandawi spirits. You help them with that bit so that there's no loss of blood, like unnecessary loss of blood, things like that. Mostly animals. Anyway, that is the red Njeti. Where was I? Okay. Ndauwe. So when it comes to red and Njeti, right? So the reason why they do have this that everyone has got their color, meaning that this color you'll be in the preservation of certain things. This color you'll be protecting certain things. With this color you'll be safeguarding certain things. It is so that people are given let's just say tasks. Your mission as a Mandawi Spirits representative, Mandawi Spirits healer, right? You are given gifts by the Mandawi Spirits, meaning that your gifts will be helping people do certain things or other things. But what they ask of you with your color is that they want you to be looking after this, protecting this bit for them. So with red, it is about animals. So you'll be dealing with making sure that when there's killing, right? I'm not talking about people killing just for no reason, right? Slaughtering. When they're slaughtering, you'll be doing these things will be done in the way that is in agreement with the animal world. Meaning that as human beings, when we are killing animals, meaning that there is communication between us, human beings, and the animals. I do not know how that will happen, but I'm talking about the red and Njeti. Therefore, you are asking to do certain things. You are invading. You are about to enter into a state where you harming another thing. Remember that as human beings, all living things, we're supposed to look at each other as equals. You are about to harm another. So you ask for permission to do certain things, and you are given permission by this animal world. As human beings, we are given permission to do that because at that time you all both deem it necessary that you need to do that. That is something you need to do at that particular time. Both of the people and the animal, they're in agreement that yes, we are allowing that bit. We can sacrifice that bit. But if things are just being sacrificed for no reason, you as the Mandawi Spirits carrier with the red Njeti, you should be asking yourself question, why are these things happening around you? Because you're supposed to be protecting this. You're supposed to be making sure that things like that are just not happening like that. So that's why you will see that if you've been given this color of Njeti, and what you're supposed to be performing, what you're supposed to be helping the Mandawi Spirits with, and you're not doing it, you'll find that your things are not going well because you are not doing what they are asking of you. You're only using their gifts, but you're not doing what they're asking of you, that you're supposed to be helping them with this particular issue because that's what they need help with. Meaning that you'll be making sure that there is less bloodshed when it comes to animals, unnecessary bloodshed like that. Making sure that animals are protected. That is your gift. That is not your gift. That is what they are asking of you. That you're supposed to do that for them, and as well that we where was it? We make sure that we do things as we are meant to do them in our natural state. Meaning that communicating with animals to ensure that we have connection of thought and exchange of knowledge with the animal world. So, all they're doing is that there will be equal. We meet on an equal ground, us as human beings and the animal world. Okay, if you think about it this way, there is an exchange. That's why sometimes you see in our dreams, we turn our ancestor spirits and guides, they turn into animals, and sometimes they're human beings. Meaning that they can use the animals to appear to you and communicate with you. And you can see them, or you can see yourself around animals. Meaning that there's an exchange with the animal world, that we are able to use their form to communicate with our ancestor spirits and guides. So even in living physically, we are supposed to be, and if we were people looking at nature, we are supposed to be safeguarded. We are supposed to be in exchanging, talking to the animals. asking for permission to do certain things, using them. Every animal that you slaughter, you're supposed to ask permission from that. You're supposed to ask permission. And it's not supposed to be just be done just for the sake of doing it. Because we're supposed to be in exchange. We're supposed to ask permission to do certain things. That's what they're saying. So that there is connection of thought. A connection of thought between us, the living, and the animal world. Right? So we can change, we can exchange knowledge. So you'll find it a lot in the kind of medicine that we use. Right? We don't just get medicine that you see we're healing people, right? With, especially sometimes we use animal skins, sometimes we use certain things, some kind of animals, they do certain things, and we go where they are, then we use what they leave there behind, because there's an exchange with us that they will use that to help us heal, and we'll use certain things to help them as well in the animal world. I guess there are certain things we do to help them. Then there are certain things that animals do to help us. So when it comes to the red, it means that you need to make sure that you're protecting that bit. That is what you'll be protecting. There will be a lot of things that you see in the dreams, as in animals. They will be teaching you about how you protect things, what you're supposed to be doing. If they sacrifice, is what you're supposed to be doing when it comes to that. When they are things like that. Okay, when we protect this help us in alignment and help us work well with animals, so that there's a good relationship with the animal world. So you'll see that in your dreams. If you have read Njeti, you'll be seeing that your gift, they'll be teaching you about that. Animals will be so frequent in your dreams, and the teaching of animals. I'm not talking about just you seeing animals running around. They'll be teaching you a lot about what you're supposed to do, how you care for them, what you're supposed to be doing when things like this are happening with animals, what you're supposed to do when things like that are happening with things like that. But there will be animals involved in there. So they'll be teaching you about that. Okay, where was I? That is the reason. Nan, thank you, Gogo, for helping me solve my spiritual problem the other day. I can't wait to see you face to face for more. Oh, Nan. Hope you will see you face to face. Casey, okay. Tobela Hulu Ndawe, I wanted to ask that what will be the reason of not being able to what? To blab in front of other people when spiritual gifts. What? To blab. But when you are away from them, you can blab freely. What does that mean, blab? What does blab mean, Casey? What do you mean, blab? Guys, today you're using some languages that I don't understand. Blab. Blab is a short piece of writing that describes or summarizes something longer and more complicated. What do you mean by that, Casey? What do you mean blab free? Explain yourself more, because I still don't get it. I think I get what you mean, Gogo. Thank you. No wonder I see a lot of infants. Oh, okay, I got that one. Warabile, Togoza, and when someone dreams of you wearing a certain cloth, does that mean you should buy it? Who's this someone dreaming about you wearing a certain cloth? Remember that some people will dream, depending on who it is. If it is someone who's helping you, they dream about you wearing a certain cloth. Yes, you should get it, because they're dreaming about you wearing that certain cloth. They are helping you. Your ancestors and their ancestors, they're working together. So they'll show you that. Sometimes, as I am like this, my teaching dreams, I will be seeing my friends wearing certain clothes, because sometimes the ancestors will be teaching me about certain things about that cloth. So they'll be showing me that with that cloth, a lot of people they do certain things like this, they wear this kind of cloth. It means that as Mtwazana will wear this cloth for this reason, right? Sometimes they will have to use the people I know, right? Meaning that I will see the people that I know that I'm in communication with wearing that particular cloth. It doesn't mean that I have to go and tell them that you need to wear that cloth. No, it is about my teaching. They are using those people. But if it is someone I'm helping, they are showing me that person wearing that cloth. When I'm talking to that person, I'll tell them, because even in the dream, they'll be showing me that that person needs that cloth. Yes. That was Azari Urabile. I forgot the message. It was in a language that I didn't understand. By the way, you very much articulate when you help us. You explain until we understand. You never skip anyone. God bless you. Oh, the word DK. Sunny, okay. I'm Julia and Julia, please talk about strategy. Is there Black Njeti things? Yes, there is Black Njeti. And there's Black Njeti, but they haven't explained the Black Njeti to me. But there is a Black Njeti. They will be, yeah, they haven't explained it to me. If they think they should explain it, they will explain it to me now. Fluffy the goat, listen, do you know what the green Njeti symbolize? I've given that, Fluffy, I've given just that. I will do it on its own, like properly, after I've written it properly. Debbie, Debbie, how can one get hold of you, Gogo? My website is there. My website is there. You can ngagatlohulu.com. So you can get, my number is there. But please, before contacting me, make sure you talk to your ancestors, spirits, and guides first, because I prefer people do that first. To ask for permission, it is very good when you come with your ancestors' permission. You will see how you'll be fast with me. Casey, okay. Also, it is bad. Okay, okay, let's go to Casey. What did she mean? Chobela Bahul, I wanted to ask that what will be the reason of not being able to beg in front of other people with spiritual gifts, but when you are away from them, you can beg freely? I don't know about that. I don't know, Casey. I wouldn't know why you beg. You not beg in front of spiritual people, but beg. I don't know, because begging is different for everyone, and begging we beg for different reasons. Hope in the way. Hi Goga, asked them to show me who I am, and I had a dream with a male lion head talking and a lion head. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then what, Hopeful? In my dreams, the main lion was what? Was saying, move the head. It's first. We are having lunch. We will call you. It was lamb chops, and I was fighting to get some. They did eat anyone. They did anyone or hurt anyone. Just one talk, and then what happened? Sound interesting? Hopeful. Ndawe Onika, my elders Ndumbeni, Ndawe. I dreamt I was putting 5 cows in truck on a farm somewhere. And what does the white tiger represent? I'm here painting. I've been seeing cows a lot. White tiger represent. What was the white tiger doing? Okay. I was putting 5 cows in a truck on a farm somewhere. And okay. I've been seeing. All right. Remember that when it comes to dreaming with animals, depending on what your gifts are like, right? If your gifts, sometimes there are people who show you doing certain things because naturally, let's say you are in a cattle farm. Some cows needs to be taken somewhere else. They will be put in a truck, right? That is how in nature, that this is how the reality of things. This is what you do. But sometimes when the ancestors are testing you, because these cows that they're using, these ancestors can turn into any other form, meaning that they will turn in the form of animals. Therefore, they'll be using animals, doing what animals are supposed to do. This is what I was talking about, the red Njeti, right? They will be using animals to explain something, to give you a message. The animals are put in a truck. And then what happens with those animals? Do you see what is happening there as the normal thing? Or is there something that it is questionable when you're looking at it in that dream state? Because you will think about things in physical terms, that when I see animals being put in a truck like this in a farm, it means this. But as well, when they're put in there, you can see that these animals are in comfort, or they are not comfortable, or maybe they are too packed, they cannot move. Therefore, it means that this is already, even though they're going to be taken somewhere for selling, or they're going to be taken somewhere for weighing, because sometimes they do that, or things like that. So in that dream, you'll be seeing that your ancestors want you to observe this bit that is normal or that is not normal. And when you see it being abnormal, what are you doing about it in that dream? Your reaction when you're seeing something like that. This is when they're taking you physically, taking you to the dream state to show you that if things are done like this, in the physical term, we'll be doing things like this. But to you, did it look normal or did it not look normal? If it didn't look normal, what did you do about it? Because your ancestors are testing you. If you pass a test, means that you saw something that was right. In the dream, you'll be thinking, this is not right. And you would have said something, or you would have reacted somehow. If you didn't react somehow, or you took it as it is animals and stuff like that, your ancestors have got you. You failed. Because you're not thinking for others, you're thinking for yourself. Already, this is when I'm saying testing dreams. They will have to test you. Sometimes they test you with people. With people, sometimes you think we are ready, right? You'll be tested and you'll pass it like that. This is not normal. You're acting like this, you're reacting like that in the dream. But then the ancestors, they bring more. Now they change. They bring animals. They are no longer people, now they're animals. Are you still reacting the same way? Or you thought, it's animals, I'm moving on. Then you fail in your dream. So it depends what was happening with those animals, with the cows in the dream, and your reaction with it. Now, when it comes to white tiger, what was the white tiger doing? And what are you thinking in real terms when you see a tiger? Normal tiger. If it is not, obviously we Google these things first. A white tiger looks like this. It will be appearing in these kind of places and stuff like that, right? But your ancestors are showing you as something that you're not used to in the dream, because they want to make sure that you get it. They attract you faster in that dream, using animals in different colors that you're not used to see. But then, what was the animal doing? The tiger, what was it doing? Anyway, where was I? And these cows, they talk. The cows, they do the cows thing, the way the cows are supposed to do. But if you're not reacting the way you are meant to be reacting amongst cow as in animals, the cows will tell you and they will correct you right there and then. That's when you see the cows, they get fed up. They tell you what you're supposed to be doing as a human being. Oh, come on now. You've seen these things, it's not normal. Oh, you see the cows are looking at you and they do the moo. You're doing everything right. They just do the cow things. But when you're not doing the right thing, that's when they actually will even, the cows, they do talk in the dream. Especially when they can't believe what is happening around them. I'm talking about ancestors using cows. Anyway, so where was I? Hopefully, in my dream, in my dream, the main lion was saying, "Move there." Okay, all right. Where was hopeful? We are a group of people like a seminar. Okay, they didn't eat anyone or hurt anyone. Okay, that is the lions, isn't it? Just one talk. Just one talk. Or hurt anyone, just one talk, okay? We were a group of people like a seminar. Some faces were people I attend school with when young. Then he just said, move. I was doing anything to get back in. Excuse me. He was telling us to get out. He will call. Okay. He said, we are eating lunch first. We will call you. I had prayed asking them to show me who I am and who moves with me. Okay, they will call you. They will call you. They explain to you, they will call you. Right? They will call you. I'm on my way. Remember that calling means that they have to speak your language. They'll call you. Meaning that if you're calling someone and someone is doing something, they're busy doing other things. You can see that they're busy doing other things they're supposed to be doing. And let's say you're calling a friend. This is not a dream, it's not animals. You're talking to someone and someone is busy. I am doing the laundry. I'm doing something. I will call you. And you wanted to talk to them and they say to you, we'll call you. It means that when they are finished what they are doing and they are ready to talk to you, they will call you and talk to you properly about what you were calling them about or what you wanted to talk to them about. Okay. All right. Okay. Where was I? And don't be in a dream when okay. Some faces where people I attend school with when young. Okay. Okay, you were in a seminar. All right. Okay. All right. Things would have been happening. Remember, wherever you are, even with you, when you're around people, there will be things that you're doing there, and there will be things you're thinking about. There will be things that you're talking to those people. Ancestors, when they are talking to us, when they're giving us messages, the messages are in what we are doing and what we are thinking about and what we are, the result of that thinking is the feelings with that, right? Meaning that when you're, what with the act, meaning that what you're doing in the dream with the ancestors. Remember that you're dreaming with them. What you're doing with them, they are showing you that they're doing this. They're doing this kind of thing. They're doing this act. This is what they're doing, right? So what they want you to think about, or what they are telling you that this is how you are, your state, is that you will be thinking about something while you are there with them, acting what they acting, showing you that it is like this with you. You're thinking about it in the dream. When it is like this with you, but what are you thinking? They are showing you. They want you to think about it. When you come out of the dream, what you were thinking in the dream, you'll be thinking about it, right? That when I was in that dream, I was thinking like this, that I was with my ancestors. I asked them this question before I went to bed. But when I was with them, I was doing this. We were both sitting down doing these things. Everything seems to be okay. I was not threatened. It was all right, right? But I was thinking about this. There it is, your message there. You were thinking about this. When you were thinking about this, you said something or you didn't say something. Sometimes we don't have to say something. You would have been thinking about something and they reply to you. They say something to you, meaning that they give you the message right there and then. So you take your thinking, you take what they said, or you take what you're thinking, you take what you said, you write back what they replied, then you put it down. The message from the ancestors was this, based on what we were doing in that dream. We were doing this. The ancestors were showing me that they are in this state with me. This state is like this. Currently with us is like this. Because remember, it depends on what your question is like, what you question them. So we were like this. They are like people who are eating. They are like these lions that were eating, a head of lion that were eating. When a head of lion is eating, and me as a person or anyone study the lions, when the lions are eating and someone just comes in there to talk to them, we're talking about the animal world. When the head of lions are there eating in their natural habitat, in the forest, and something comes out, any animal comes out towards that head of lion eating, what happens? Now, it is not any other animal coming in. It is part of them, one of them, a human being. You are part of that lion, right? The head of lion eating. You're there talking to your ancestors, spirits and guides, because you're already in it. They are showing you already part of them. You're eating there all together. There is no threat in there. So they are telling you that what? We will call you. We are still doing something. When we are doing this in this state, we cannot deal with what you're talking about. Once we are full, once we are ready, we will call you. When we are ready to talk to you, we'll call you. Then they'll call you, meaning that their ancestors now, they'll be approaching you. You won't be the one approaching them by parting first. Now the ancestors, they will now call you, come to you. You don't need to paddle. They'll come to you. Anyway, where was I? I think I was answering hopeful there, I think. Okay. Okay. It is Luyanda, Ndawe Luyanda. Did I miss someone? Okay. And Dombi Ndawe. In a dream, when I got out, there was it. Okay. Did I miss Dombi dream? Okay. I guess it's not like this. When I got out of the water, coming out, I saw, okay. In a dream, when I got out, there was a teapot like Aladdin, the kids' movie, and round silver bowl with a chain hanging. That looks like the one they use in the Catholic Church, that they clean space. Okay. When I got out of the water and coming out, I saw also people on the side coming out of these plants in the water singing. Okay. And then what, Ntombi? Explain your dream even more, because it didn't end like that. Gogo, what was happening in there? And you're thinking in that dream, because I can't get anything from this. Gogo, I'm a child gifted with Abalozi and Inzunza spirit paternal. Abalozi being the chief spirits from my maternal side. I recently dreamt of a whole lot of leopards coming towards me all around. Okay. I had this dream right after my parents held a ceremony called Imbeleko to welcome me to my father's surname. Oh, that's nice. It's a beautiful dream. Okay, that's nice. It is Luyanda. What is your question? Is Luyanda? Is a beautiful? Sound like a beautiful dream. Okay. Did I miss someone? Is that okay? That's it. So it's a beautiful dream. I don't know what your question is, if you've got a question or not there. It is beautiful. So anyway, that is just that. Are we honey? Are we still honey? 1 hour 40 minutes. We are honey, right? And what time is it here on my part? Okay, we've got 15 more minutes. If you guys need to talk, we will talk. I will do the video about the Njeti proper. The thing is with Njeti, guys, my problem with the reason why I'm not doing this in Njeti, I am actually not happy with my mandala spirits actually about this, and it's like a yes, yeah, and I know why they are doing this. They are holding this back. Is this plant, I really want them to take me to it. Remember that these water spirits and ancestors, they can do these things. They can take us to these places. They can spiritually take us to these places. They can take us and show us these things that they're talking about. They can make us feel them. When you feel it, you come out of the dream, you can feel the texture of that, of anything they want you to feel, right? You can feel it. Like you physically come out and you know what the texture is like. This is what our ancestors, spirits and guides can do with us. So anyway, I just want them to just take me there. But my mandala spirits, they let me just leave it there, because today they are helping me. So do not want to, do anything that will mess up my things. Thank you, Gogo. Okay, DK. Ellen Zodon I had a dream whereby I saw a lady carrying Ngoya Metsi on her head. She poured water into my jug and I drank the water. And then what happened? Hopefully, I was telling them, let's get the stones. They're good things. They were dropped like how you buy in shops, like new, but they fell from the sky. Okay, let's I was telling them, let's get the stones. The stones. Okay, they are good things. Okay. All right, you were telling who? Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Thank you. I also had in the same similar setup, it was like a spaceship or something in the sky was falling, dropping stones, the ones you use to scrap feet. I noticed and started telling people. I was telling them, let's get the stones. They are good things. They were wrapped like you buy in shops like new, but they fell from the sky. And then what? And then what happened? And then what happened? And then what happened? Hopeful. Anyway, where was I? I collected some. I hid some from the teachers. Okay. Okay, and I just woke up. It's like I wanted to hide what we found. Okay, so you are at school, so you're learning. So you wanted to hide some things. You wanted to hide some things. Why? You know, in the dream as well, it will be showing you, especially now that you're talking about teachers and stuff like that. That means it's like you're learning, right? They're showing you a bit of you that needs to be looked at as well. So there are some nice things coming, flying from the sky and stuff like that. You're collecting them, and I collected some. I hid some from teachers. I just woke up. It's like I wanted to hide what we found. Okay, so you're with others. There are things falling from the sky and stuff like that in your head. I mean, in reality, think about it as in reality. If there are some things, obviously, you in that dream, you would have been thinking that I'm hiding this because good find. I don't want others as well to share in the good things that I'm seeing, right? Things that are falling down, right? So sometimes dreams like this, I do not know if this is you, this is how you are, hopefully. I don't know if that's how you are. So think about it this way. In general, what are you like as a person? What are you like? Are you a person? What are you like as in, what are you struggling with? You as a person with your, not the conduct. As a person, as a person, some people we are greedy, some people we are envious, some people we are jealous, some people we are these are the things that sometimes they need to be corrected, right? They need to be corrected in the dream state. Things like this need to be corrected. So sometimes we do certain things in real life that for ancestors to correct us, they have to take us into the dream state to show us what we are like, right? So sometimes it could be like we are being corrected, a bit of us is corrected in that format. So they put us in these different settings, different places, amongst others, meaning that you're with other people. So they will show you that you are like this, but for you to be able to be a person working with others, receiving nice things, getting more things, good things coming your way, they have to show you that these are the things that you're struggling with in real life. They will put you in the dream state to show you that you need to correct a bit of you like this. Because by correcting this, there are some things that you I'm not saying this is what you are. I'm just trying to give you an example. There are some things about you that sometimes you hide this, and sometimes whatever you are hiding, right, it could be important for others, meaning that others will be able to even tell you more about it, and you're hiding it from those people who might be able to even teach you more about it, to tell you more about it, what it is all about, what that thing, those stones, what you do with it, what you get from whatever, things good things that you can do with that thing that is falling from the sky. You're hiding that thing from them. In reality, if you're hiding some things that others can help you with, what will happen to you? You'll be hiding things that if you give them, you're telling them this is what is happening and stuff like that, they'll be able to even help you more by giving you the information that you need. I'm just giving you an example. I do not know what you were thinking about, why you were hiding, because in that dream, you will know why you were hiding those things that you found from others. And whatever that it is that you're thinking about, why you're hiding from others, you need to check yourself in the physical term. That whatever that you were thinking about, is it good? Is it good parallel to what is happening to you in real life? Is it good or is it bad? So then you know your people are correcting you there. Okay, yes, I'll explain the colors of Njeti properly. My people will get to me and explain the colors properly. Okay, yellow Njeti is about the sun, meaning that you'll be dealing with anything relating to the sun. Everything to do with the sun, how the sun works, how it works around, everything. Everything to do with the sun and people, what we get from the sun, what it gives us, stuff like that. You'll be learning about it. This is the yellow Njeti. That is what you'll be learning about. So in your dreams, you'll be shown certain things about, like that, things to do with the sun. Anyway, that is the yellow Njeti. We are not talking about your gifts, your Mandawi spirits gifts. We are talking about what Mandawi spirits are expecting you to help them with. Meaning that if you become like a teacher, you'll be teaching people about things, you'll be teaching people about the sun. Because you'll be getting information about anything related to the sun, how it affects us, how we live with it, what happens to it, what happens when we don't see it at night, when it goes and stuff like that. You'll be explaining those kind of things to us. That is when you see the yellow Njeti. It means you'll be able to help us with those. You'll be giving us that information. Another one, which one is it? Blue Njeti. A lot of things is gonna be about protection. Even you need the protection. That is the blue Njeti. You need it. A lot of it. When it comes to protection and the water spirits, I'll explain that on its own. I'll do that, I think. I think I'll do that on its own. About this Njetis is guided by my ancestors, spirits and guides. So I'll do that. So that is just that, isn't it? So I hope we are happy with Khanyat, right? We did Khanya. So yes, that is just that. And yeah, hopefully we'll talk again. And Ndawe, remember, if you do not yet know that you have Mandawi spirits, it is very straightforward. All you just have to do, it is ask. If you're getting dreams, you're getting water dreams and stuff like that, things like that, you ask. Rain in your dreams, stuff like that, lightning, all those kind of things. Things to do with, anything to do with the building up of, not the building up, related to water. It's very easy. You ask them. You ask when you go to bed or whenever you pass, you ask if what I'm seeing here is Mandawi spirits or not. Mandawi spirits will come running and tell you if it is them. When they want to be activated, they will tell you. But if you just are not sure, but you're getting water dreams, you just want to know, ask directly. Because remember that they work differently from our ancestor spirits and guides. They are separate body on their own. So they will get excited and tell you if it is them or not. So you don't have to worry around. You don't know. You're getting water dreams and you don't know whether you've got Nzunza. You don't know you've got Avalos. You don't know you've got Mandao. You don't know you've got other water bodies. Remember that some I do not yet know of. You don't know that. You don't. So you just ask them directly. If what you want to know is about the Mandawa spirits, ask directly before you go to bed. They will tell you if it is them or not. They will reveal themselves because you're directly approaching them. Anyway, you can't directly approach them when they haven't activated. But you're asking them because they're sending you the dreams. They will give you the information you need. You don't need to be going around all over the place, not knowing that you're dealing with them or not dealing with them. Simple. So that is just that. And I hope I can. That's just that.